Good afternoon again. I will be brief. I know we're running a little bit late. It is an honor to introduce Usher 3D. Their co-founders are Gopal Krishna and Faizan Mehdi, all the way from Hyderabad, India. There are a lot of things you should know about these two young, hungry entrepreneurs, but I'm going to tell you three. Before 3D Usher, they co-founded Global 3D Labs when they were in college. Today, it is one of the largest 3D printing companies in India. All right. Their customer list is the envy of any corporation. Toyota, Bosch, Mercedes-Benz, Airbus. I could go on. I will go on. Here's the best part and why I love these guys. They want to stay. They have found such a welcoming and nurturing community here. We have already secured housing on campus. They don't only want to stay in Central New York, they don't want to leave Lemoyne. I've been here 39 years, apparently. Martin Babinek, your dream is alive. Dad, the American dream is alive. Gopal, are you ready to take the stage? Are you ready to take this group by storm? Get up here.
Hello. It has been an incredible day. Thank you, Dean Joseph, for the wonderful introduction and for all the support that you have given us this summer. My name is Gopal Krishna, and I am the CEO of 3D Usher. Before me and my co-founders started 3D Usher, we built one of the largest 3D printer manufacturing companies in India. And while building this company, we worked with thousands of small and medium enterprises in the field of manufacturing. We also worked with large corporations, like Dean said, Toyota, Mercedes, and a lot of them. And while working with these companies, we realized that there is a lot of potential for on-demand manufacturing. There's a lot of problems that these companies face while trying to manufacture parts in lower volumes. And that is when we set out to start building 3D Usher. Let me explain this problem to you in detail. Do you know that there are more than 30,000 parts that go into building one car? And we always take it for granted that if something breaks, we can just go out and get a spare part for one of these cars. But what if the car is a classic car? What if it has gone out of production? It's not always very easy to find parts for one of these cars. And that is precisely a challenge one of our customers, George, was facing. We met George a couple of weeks back at Syracuse Nationals. And George told us that he was finding it extremely difficult to get bearing cages for obsolete General Motor transmission systems that he builds. George obviously had a solution to this problem. All he had to do was spend $50,000 and wait for 6 to 8 months to receive the first part. But that changed. 3D Usher signed a deal with George and delivered the first part to him 3 days later. And this is not just a problem with George or with the classic car segment. This is a problem across a variety of sectors. Let me take another example. How many of you in the crowd have ever piloted a drone? Do they crash? Break? Do you face it difficult to find replacement parts always?
Yes.
Well, I do.
Yep.
And with the global shipments of these drones going up to 29 million, you can think of how many replacement parts are required all across the United States for all the crashed and broken drones. And right here in Syracuse, we have a great opportunity with Genius New York and Tech Garden funding up to $5 million in drone innovation and manufacturing. We at 3D Usher are here to support that ecosystem and also get benefited by it. While trying to manufacture parts using traditional manufacturing processes, manufacturers face a lot of difficulty. They spend up to 6 to 8 months and thousands of dollars just to get the first part. But with modern day digital manufacturing technologies like 3D printing, this can change. In a fraction of cost and time, you can manufacture these parts. Technology definitely is not the problem. The real problem is the lack of expertise. The lack of expertise of picking up the right material, the right technology, and finding out the right vendor. And that is where 3D Usher comes into picture. 3D Usher is solving this problem for the massive on-demand manufacturing segment using its integrated network of designers and manufacturers and plugging them into a proprietary algorithm. You can just go online, fill in your requirements, and 3D Usher instantly picks up the right vendor, identifies the right technology, and generates an instant quotation. Upon confirmation, a 3D Usher partner manufacturer manufactures these parts and ships it to the customer. Just a few clicks and you're good to go.
All right.
And talk about the market size, and it is huge. I mean, the classic car spare part market in the US alone was around $1 billion last financial year. And if you spread it across to the automotive spare parts, it's around $100 billion in the United States. And the same concept can be applied to a variety of other manufacturing industries, like medical devices or aerospace. This is the right opportunity for on-demand manufacturing to take over. The opportunity is just growing across the world, and people are more and more democratizing manufacturing. And that is probably the reason why just in 2 months of launch, we have more than 30 paying customers in India and the United States. We believe that on-demand manufacturing is the future, and 3D Usher is the most optimum way to produce parts on demand. With our network and our technology, we are growing to more than 15,000 customers in the next 3 years annually and processing orders worth $10 million. And to reach there, we are currently raising just $1 million. Syracuse has been a national leader in manufacturing. The talent and the infrastructure this place has is unparalleled across the world. And that is why 3D Usher has decided to make Syracuse its home after the Start Fast program. With 3D Usher, we are looking to partner with local manufacturers to tackle and cater to global markets. If you see the same opportunity that we see, come find me and my co-founders, Purna, Faizan, after this pitch, and we will be happy to talk more. Together, we can create a world, we are looking to create a world of 3D Usher, a world where manufacturing parts will not be dependent on the infrastructure. They will not be dependent on how much skill you have or how much capacity you have. It will only be dependent on your creativity. Let us create the world of 3D Usher. Thank you, Lemoyne College, and thank you, StartFast, for all the support that you have given us. Thank you.